You ever notice how some people's homes are just always pristine, and then others are in a constant state of what we might politely call creative chaos? Well, it turns out that a simple habit like tidiness isn't really just about discipline, it's actually a window into some pretty fascinating patterns in our minds. So let's take a look and see what that window reveals.
So what's the deal here? Is keeping a clean house just a good habit, or is there something more going on beneath the surface? Well, psychology tells us there's a really powerful link between our environment and our inner world. In fact, the state of our home can be a direct reflection of our mental patterns. And that really gets to the foundational idea we're digging into today. This undeniable connection between our physical space and our mental state. You know, it's a core concept in psychology. Our external world isn't just a backdrop to our lives. It's deeply, deeply intertwined with how we think and feel.
For some people, right, for certain types of minds, especially ones that are highly aware, a messy space isn't just an inconvenience. It's more than that. It's a source of genuine mental distraction. It's like a kind of background static that's constantly interrupting your ability to think clearly.
And this brings us to a really key idea here, mental noise. You know that feeling, right? When you just can't focus, your mind feels all foggy, and you feel like you're being pulled in a dozen different directions at once. Well, that cognitive burden, that's often a direct result of a cluttered environment. It's literally your brain reacting to all the disarray.
And you can really feel the difference, can't you? On one hand, an organized space that promotes focus, clarity, a sense of control. But on the other hand, clutter just fuels distraction, that mental noise we were just talking about, and this general feeling of uncertainty. So it becomes pretty clear why some people go out of their way to create order.
Okay, so this leads us to the first of two key psychological profiles that really explain this drive for order. Let's call this first one the architect's mind. Now, this isn't about just reacting to a mess after it happens. No, it's a mindset that is proactive by its very design, one that actively shapes the world to prevent chaos from ever taking hold.
So what exactly makes up this architect mindset? Well, it starts with a fundamental need for control. Organizing your space to create stability and predictability in a world that's often anything but. This is all powered by strong cognitive control. That's our brain's executive function that lets us plan things out and delay gratification. We choose to clean now because we know we'll feel better later. And finally, it's about being future-oriented, acting early to stop a bigger mess from happening down the line.
And it's all summed up perfectly by this idea. They don't just react to problems, they prevent them. I mean, think about it. It's the difference between constantly putting out fires and making sure a fire never even starts in the first place. That, right there, is the core of the architect's proactive approach.
But here's the thing, it's not just about proactive planning. There's a second psychological profile we need to look at, and we can call this one the analyst's eye. This is less about actively creating order and much more about simply perceiving it. It's about having a heightened sensitivity to all the signals coming from your environment.
See, for the analyst, it's not even a choice to see the mess. Their mind is it's wired to hone in on it. It's almost like they have this built-in radar for disorder. So those small inconsistencies that most people might not even notice, for them, they're completely impossible to ignore.
This whole profile really just comes down to two key traits. First off, a super low tolerance for that mental clutter we were talking about earlier. For them, any physical mess is a direct, in-your-face cognitive distraction. And second, they have a natural attention to detail. Their mind just automatically tracks everything that's out of place, which makes it, you guessed it, impossible to ignore.
All right, so let's tie all of this together. On one hand, you have the proactive architect who's always planning ahead. And on the other, you've got the perceptive analyst who just can't ignore disorder. When you put these two sets of traits together, you get a complete picture. You get the mind made manifest. This is exactly how our internal thought processes end up creating our external reality.
So, you see, keeping a clean house is rarely just about liking things neat. That tidy surface you see is often just the visible output of a whole suite of much deeper cognitive patterns, all working together just beneath the surface. So next time you see a tidy home, remember you're really seeing a manifestation of these core psychological drivers. We're talking about a drive for control over one's environment, a deep need for mental clarity, the ability to do that forward-thinking planning, a heightened awareness of your surroundings, and, of course, a keen attention to detail.
And that brings us to a final thought for you to chew on. Now that you've seen some of the psychology behind it all, which side do you fall on? Are you someone who absolutely needs that clean space to feel focused and clear-headed? Or are you one of those people who can actually thrive in the chaos? It's a pretty fascinating window into how your own mind works, isn't it?